bunch of roots in there. I'll see if I can push through it. Yeah, that's a dead stop. Alright. Yeah, so it's not going to go past that point. So,
do we know if that's in the alley or the street?
I'll check the map right now. More than likely it's going to be out in the street. Because it's right now we're at 84 feet. So I need to check and see. I'll check and see what's out here. If there's a sewer out here, it may run out the back. But there has been a liner installed in here, in portion of it. But it's hard to see right now. I'm going to clean. I'll take the camera out and I'll clean it. Whoever installed it did a really bad job. And that's where it starts, from here. So I'll pull it all the way out and I'm going to just run a little bit of water through it. And then we'll go back in. Because the majority of it is actually good. It's just once it gets to that property line, into the 6-inch.
They're not kind when it comes to sewer repair under their...
They won't repair it for you.
No, but they're not kind as far as how they charge for the permit.
Yeah, the permit's $600. There's a public works repair. So it's covered by the Bureau of Engineering. Sewer permit fees for liners is $600. And what that does, that's a pre-inspection and then the post-inspection plus your permit and application fees.
You're not scared of the city of Beverly?
No, I'm not, because they don't have any jurisdiction over me. Because I'm an approved sewer contractor with the Bureau of Engineering for Public Works for the whole city of Los Angeles.
They look for ways to make money.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the thing is it's not, in most cases, the individual city that it's in, they don't have any say in it. It's the city itself, you know, the actual LA city that cover the public works. Yeah, it should be better. And then it turns. See, it kind of looks like it is going out the back. So this time it's recording on the way out as well. And it's pretty common, you know, to find this, because there's basically like 100 contractors that are allowed to work in what they call the public right-of-way, and unless you're on that approved contractors list, you can't do, you know, any repairs. So a lot of times you'll find you'll replace the line up to the property line where a plumber can work to. They can't go past that point. Because what we need to check on is see as well if it's possible to read the manufacturer's print that's on that portion of the liner, because if it's not an approved material, it has to come out. It's not allowed to be kept in place. And if you know, it's something, if the city see it, the city attorney actually makes the homeowner responsible for all the repairs. They're very, very particular about what's installed in their main pipe or going towards it. There are a few turns in this line. So this is where the change is coming up, right here. Yeah, that's definitely a part of it. Yeah, so this is liner. This is a piece of liner that's in here.
Just a small piece.
Yeah. You can see this is a part of liner here, and then they stopped, and then the liner starts again at this point. Let me see if I can read it. Yeah, so it's not. Alright, so it's a flex liner.
Is that an approved lining?
No.
No?
Nope. Flex liner is basically a non-structural liner, usually between 1 millimeters and 1.5 millimeters.
How much is that?
4.5, and it has to be a structural reinforced liner. So this is basically a conventional flex liner. It has no structural reinforcement in it.
Looks good though.
Yeah. I mean, it's doing the job somewhat, but once you get up to this section right here,
yeah,
and the way that it's strange because it's like they've lined a portion of it and then they stopped.
Is that clay work?
Yeah, and this is clay right here. So right where they stopped, there's just a whole bunch of roots getting in here.
And is that the part that goes, that's for the city, or?
Well, this is still part of
that's
this.
still part of?
Yeah, it's still part of this house. So you can see, I mean, it's completely plugged. So let me just. It's in water right now at that point. So we get through it a little bit. That's just a bit stuck. But you can see it's holding, a lot of water. Because it's just pulling up there. More than likely, if you watched it long enough, it may even fill the pipe up.
Are you going to be able to give an answer to that?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we would have to do would be to hydrojet it, to get that part open. And then once it's open and you can see, what's involved, how much you have to go, then I can give you an estimate for that.
Can we get a worst case estimate?
You go around flushing toilets?
No. Do you have a worst case estimate that you can put
$1 million? Nah. I mean, it's so hard to tell, just because you don't know what you're going to get once it's clean. It may just be the pipe that needs to be lined, or the part that connects to the sewer may need to be repaired as well.
Okay.
But if that's the case, I can call Public Works and ask them what they'll allow you to install, because like in LA we're not allowed to install what's called a transitional liner that goes up from one size to another. If they would allow it to be installed, then that means you can dig it up on the property instead of digging it up in the alleyway, and then install it from that point forward. Because you've already got good pipe, with plastic pipe, so you can just reconnect to that part. We need to jet it out first. Because the rest of it's good, it's all been replaced. It's just the final piece that's the problem. Someone's attempted to repair it, but they never covered enough of it. good thing is if they do allow you to install the transitional liner, then because that flex liner is in place, as long as there's no, you know, rough spots or hard spots, then you can install the liner over the top of it, and that will build a, you know, an extra barrier, an extra layer of protection.
So that's really the next step, is getting a hydrojet.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I need to get that over. Are you buying the house?
No, we work together.
Oh, okay.
So,
Let me just ballpark.